Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasodhanandana Raja Jana Ranjana. Yasodhanandana Raja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasodhanandana Raja Jana Ranjana. Yasodhanandana Raja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Jai Om Vishnu Pat Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Satarasata Shishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pat Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Hasatarasata Shishimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anant Kori Vaishnavin Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Sako Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mathura Dham Ki Jai, Navari Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Gangamai Ki Jai, Yamunamai Ki Jai, Truth Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhaktavan Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol, all glories to the Assembly Devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to the Assembly Devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to the Assembly Devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Paraya Krishna Vastaya Bhutri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Guru Nimrachari Nanem Vishesha Shunavari Bhashchari. Hare Krishna, dear friends, please write Hare Krishna into the comment section. Hare Krishna, Neil Prabhu, Danny, Morgan, Nana Singh Rao, Agori, Hare Krishna. Anybody else? Rudra Prakash Prabhu, Hari Bol, Shamdai, Ganesha Ganapati, Ba Krishna Ramlal, Ivan, Hare Krishna, Misha Williams, Gabriela, Hare Krishna, Gabriela. Anybody else? Facebook, Frank is back, and Sarita Humat. Hare Krishna. And Craig, of course. Hare Krishna. Craig, thank you for coming continuously. Makanchur Prabhu, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Makanchur Prabhu, very nice. Nice to see you. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 14. Text 29. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Brahmadayo Yat Karta Situpala. 1429. Yat Karanam Vishwamidam Chamaya. Agyakariyasya Pishachacharya
Charya.
Aho vibhumnas charitam vidambanam.
Aho vibhumnas charitam vidambanam. Brahmadayo yatkrita situpala.
Brahmadayo yatkata situpala.
Yatkaranam vishvamidam chamaya.
Yatkaranam vishvamidam chamaya.
Agyakariyasya pishachacharya.
Agyakariyasya pishachacharya.
Aho vibhumnas charitam vidambanam.
Aho vibhumnas charitam vidambanam. Brahma adayaha. Demigods like Brahma. Yat, whose. Krita, activities. Setu, religious rites. Palaha, observers. Yat, one who is. Karanam, the origin of. Vishvam, the universe. Idam, this. Cha, also. Maya, material energy. Agyakari, order carrier. Yasya, whose. Pishacha, devilish. Charya, activity. Aho, O my Lord. Vibhumnaha, of the great. Charitam, character. Vidambanam, simply imitation. Translation: demigods like Brahma also follow the religious rites observed by him. He is the controller of the material energy which causes the creation of the material worlds. He is great, and therefore his devilish characteristics are simply imitation. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Shiva is the husband of Durga, the controller of the material energy. Durga is personified material energy, and Lord Shiva, being her husband, is the controller of the material energy. He is also the incarnation of the mode of ignorance and one of the three deities representing the Supreme Lord. As his representative, Lord Shiva is identical with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is very great, and his renunciation of all material enjoyment is an ideal example of how one should be materially unattached. One should therefore follow in his footsteps and be unattached to matter, not imitate his uncommon acts like drinking poison. Om Agyantirinandasya Gyanajanashalakayam Chakshunanmanitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, was opened my darkened eyes with a torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jaya Srila Prabhupada. So, Lord Shiva is a very highly elevated soul. We give all respect to Lord Shiva. He is the greatest Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu. This is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu. The greatest Vaishnava. But the greatest Vaishnava does not mean that he is equal to Vishnu or to Krishna. Let us not make that mistake. There are so many fools and rascals who equalize Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna. Doesn't matter what you chant, Krishna or Shiva is all the same. It's all one. They say like that. So this is not true. There are distinctions. And Lord Shiva is described in the Brahma Samhita. The example, the analogy has been given that just like a yogurt is milk, it is also not milk simultaneously. Let's say you want to take hot milk in the evening. So I heat you up some yogurt. I put yogurt on the stove and let it boil. That's not going to work. But yogurt is nothing but milk. Different texture, but the same substance. So Lord Shiva has a special tattva, Shambhu tattva. We should be very careful to distinguish it properly according to the authorized explanations of the acharyas. He is the husband of Durga. Therefore, he is the controller of the material energy. He is the incarnation of the mode of ignorance, tamas. The material energy is keeping us all in darkness. This material world is full of darkness. There's birth, death, old age, disease, miseries, horrible sufferings. So this is darkness. And we're continuously taking birth in this world because of our ignorant nature. So Lord Shiva is the controller of that material energy. He is not subjected by the acting of the material energy. When Mohini Murti bewildered Lord Shiva, that was not the material energy. That was Krishna's spiritual energy. Krishna can bewilder even a pure devotee with his spiritual energy. But a pure devotee can never become deluded by the material energy. There are two, Mahamaya and Yoga Maya. It's not the same. Don't make that mistake. When Srila Prabhupada is suffering from heart attacks, let's say, this is the working of the Yoga Maya. Because he's a pure devotee. He cannot be subject to any limitation of the material energy. So when there's some exhibition, external exhibition of such pastimes, we must immediately conclude that this is the working of the Yoga Maya potency. And similarly, when Lord Shiva becomes bewildered by Mohini Murti, this is not a bewilderment, ordinary bewilderment. This is again the acting of the spiritual energy. Why is this so important? Because unless we understand this, we will end up imitating such great Ishvaras, great personalities, great controllers. And we will cause our own downfall. Just like when a child puts on the father's shoes. The child's foot is so small and the shoe is so big. So if he puts father's shoes and he's trying to run, what's going to happen? He falls down. There's so many rascals who are smoking ganja, vaping, schmaping, so many things. So they justify sometimes like this, that look, Lord Shiva, he was a Vaishnava and he was smoking ganja. I am a Vaishnava, so I will also smoke ganja. This is the mundane logic. But they fail to understand that Lord Shiva is the controller of the material energy. So here in this shloka, there is a hint given, explanation. Because one might also wonder why Lord Shiva is smoking ganja. So here is a hint. His devilish characteristics are simply imitation. It's an imitation. Not in the sense that Lord Shiva is an imitator, that he's imitating someone. But imitation, he's imitating the rascals. He's imitating the rascals, so he attracts them. Lord Shiva is the greatest bridge preacher. Yes? He can do that. There is a statement that when you see Lord Nityananda going to a pub, you should not make immediately conclusion that, oh, Lord Nityananda is falling down into alcoholism. There is some purpose why he goes there. He goes there for preaching, always. Lord Nityananda is always preaching the glories of Lord Chaitanya, glories of Krishna. So even if you see Lord Nityananda, don't think foolishly, oh, he's going there to drink. You would go to drink. You are a rascal, but not Lord Nityananda. Similarly, don't assume like this, that Lord Shiva, oh, he's indulging in Ganja-smoking. This is simply imitation. Devilish characteristics. Not just smoking ganja, but so many activities Lord Shiva performs to attract all these tamasic people, very low class people. They're attracted to Lord Shiva. This is his mercy. All these demons, in a mode of ignorance, they have no chance to come to the light of Vedic knowledge. They're so covered. Hopeless cases. But hopeless cases are hopeful cases when they associate with Lord Shiva. And by worshipping Lord Shiva, they will get the sukati, they will get the spiritual credit to take up Krishna consciousness at one point. In the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that one who is serving a great soul, he gets the affinity to hear about the pastimes of Krishna. We have no affinity. Affinity means that we like to do it. We don't like to hear about Krishna. We like to hear about ourselves. But by serving such a great soul as Lord Shiva, one will gain an affinity to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we should always remember this and glorify Krishna for being so merciful. Krishna is thinking of everyone, even demons, even people who are in a mode of ignorance. Krishna is trying to elevate them also. Being on the platform of ignorance is not very laudable, not very appreciated. In our temple, Srila Prabhupada's temple, we're trying to elevate ourselves to the mode of goodness. Mode of goodness is very suitable for understanding transcendental subject matters. And as we come to the mode of goodness, the passion and ignorance will always disturb. Eat, sleep, have sex, fight. These are the pushes of these lower modes. So in order to come to the mode of goodness, we have to follow all these rules and regulations that the spiritual master gives. We cannot obey one and disobey another. We must follow all the instructions. Whatever Srila Prabhupada instructed. If you cannot understand, then you ask the senior devotee. And then you come to the goodness. But there are people who don't have that capacity. They cannot. They must vape. They must go and have illicit sex. They're pushed by the modes of material nature. So for them there is this last hope, the benediction of Lord Shiva. So we do not condemn demigod worship or Lord Shiva worship. Of course, he should be worshipped properly as a Vaishnava, not as the Supreme Godhead. Then there's a benefit in worshipping him. See, this demigod worship, it is not like the Mayavadis. They say that, oh, you can approach any god, ultimately it doesn't matter because ultimately everything is one. In Krishna Lila also, the gopis were praying to Katyayani to have Krishna as their husband. So demigod worship was there. But everybody knew that Vishnu is the supreme. They were never equalizing the demigods with Vishnu. In order to fulfill some material desire, they would worship. Just like you go, you also flatter some people on Oxford Street. Oh, dear sir, you are so diligent. Please take a book. So devotees also, they worship like that. But their aim is to render service to Krishna. So even if they pray to demigods, it is simply for Krishna's sake. So they can execute their devotional service nicely. But never do they equalize the demigods with Krishna. And you become immediately atheist. Because if everyone is God, there is no meaning to God. This is the subtle atheism. So never try to imitate Lord Shiva. Do not equalize Shiva with Krishna. And take this example of what a great Vaishnava he is. And he's trying to elevate the lowest of the lowest. Although they're not in the mode of goodness. Okay, so any questions? Yes, take the mic. There's no question.
It's on?
Yes. I don't know.
Hold the power button until it turns on. It's going to be blue or green light?
It's red now.
Red. What? That should be
It's
red.
blue.
It's blue, okay.
It's red.
It's red.
That's okay.
Can you try speaking into the microphone?
Hare Krishna.
Okay?
Hare Krishna.
No, it doesn't work. Just like, okay. I'll do it.
So what is your question?
My question is because you said that to understand the absolute truth we have to elevate ourselves to
The more the goodness, yeah.
goodness. But I thought that we could not understand the absolute truth, and the absolute truth that was supposed to be revealed when we please Krishna. So how is it related that because the knowledge is supposed to be revealed, not that we are supposed to understand it by elevating ourselves?
Yeah, it's revealed when the mode of passion and ignorance are removed. Then it is revealed, like the sun. If you have your hand like this on your eyes and you think, where is the sun? I thought it was supposed to be revealed. Yeah, just remove your hand.
But what do you mean when you say understand the absolute truth then? So what do you mean when you say we can understand the absolute truth?
Krishna. We can understand Krishna.
I know, but because for me when I hear understand, I understand that we have to...
Understand means realize.
You use it in this way, I see.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Morgan says, straightforward lesson, although some would disagree. What would they say? What is their objection? Sarita Humat says, Hare Krishna, would you kindly talk on Lord Shiva attracting ghosts to elevate them? Yes, he is a very kind Vaishnava. He attracts the ghosts. And when they serve Lord Shiva, they get spiritual credit. Then they become Vaishnavas. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnavastaya Bhutri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Dinamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Vracharina Nirvishesha Shunari Prachardarish.